What's going on, everybody? This is Willie Cunningham, and I'm back again with another video. Man, I got something I gotta get off my chest, y'all. First, let me say this. On this channel, the Warrior Will Motivation channel, whatever you want to call it, I get raw sometimes. I speak the truth. And matter of fact, it's not sometimes. I generally am raw on this channel. Okay? Let's get that out the way. I may say something that you might find offensive. And if you find my content offensive, then please go to another channel where they singing Barney songs and the Care Bear theme song, and they hugging and kissing trees and loving small puppies with baby breath. I don't know, but that's not what I'm about, okay? I got a situation where a friend of mine, a close friend of mine, his mom just passed away, okay? And this lady was a good lady to me and to her children. And she had a daughter that was adopted out. And to be quite frank, this young daughter that got adopted out, she's doing way better for herself. She got a lot of good things going for her. And I made a comment to somebody and I said that, you know, that young girl, she's doing a whole lot better outside the family than if she were to be part of this family, because there was some rough people. There was some cowboys and cowgirls in that family. And someone got mad at that comment because I said it's a good thing that this young lady got away from all that and she went a whole different direction. You know, she was raised by a totally different crew, because the crew that I came from, we were some wild people, and some of these people are still wild. And the fact that I made that comment made someone upset, and they was like, well, that doesn't mean the person has to look down on people. And I'm like, at what point did I say anyone was looking down on anyone? Since when is it bad to self-improve? That's what this channel is about. That's what I'm about. So, yeah, I put that on this channel, but I'm telling you, I live my life that way. When you see me in public, anywhere I go, I'm 100% me. If it's cloudy outside, but you want to say it's partly cloudy, I'm going to say no, it's cloudy. You know what I'm saying? I call a shoe, a boot, a boot. Some of the best people I've met and some people that helped me the most has always been individuals that told me the truth. They did not play around with me. This life is so short, we ain't got time to play. A wise man once said, if you play with a puppy, he will lick your mouth. Now, some of y'all may not understand that. That might be some country lingo for you, but let me break it down to you. Dogs, puppies, they lick each other's scrotums. They sniff buttholes of one another. They eat all kind of stuff on the ground. So if you play with a puppy and get too close to it, he gonna lick you in the mouth. And all that stuff he been doing all day long is gonna be all over your face, all over your mouth. So there's some things you just don't want to play with. And I know right now is an emotional time, because right now I'm emotional too. I went to bed like at 1 o'clock last night thinking about it. The lady, she was a good lady. It was one Christmas years ago. My family didn't hardly have anything, but I always hung around them because that was my friend and that was his family. So we were going to Walmart and she passed out like $60 or something like that, $50 to each of her children. She had like 3 children, and you know, she passed the money to the oldest, then to the middle kid, then to the young kid. And I'm thinking, well, you know, she's just divvying out what the kids earned And then she reached down in the purse and then she gave me some money. And it was the same amount that she had given every other child of hers. And do you know that made me feel like I was somebody? I felt so good because I didn't have anything, and I didn't expect her to give me anything. I'm not her blood kid. But because I friended her son and we had each other's back through thick and thin, that's why she loved me and treated me like I was her own. And I will never forget this lady. And maybe it's just an emotional time for everybody that knew her. I'm not gonna say the lady's name, but I thought I would touch on that because some things just have to be said. There's never really a good or a bad time to speak the truth. A wise man once said to me, just die being bold. Don't die doing anything halfway. When you leave this earth, leave your mark and let the whole world know that you was here. Yet it's not about me. It's about something bigger than me. The truth has to have its day, and our feelings don't have anything to do with it. Yeah, we're all human. Yeah, we have feelings, obviously. But what does it have to do with the truth? The truth is the truth. Some of her kids are still messed up, and I still love them. Why do I love the kids? Because I loved her. I can never say that I loved her and then disown the kids and then shun them away. Oh, you're on the streets. Oh, you're still doing dope. Oh, you're still out here caught up in your old ways. Well, you know what? I was too. She saw me transition. She saw me try to help some of her children to transition. I don't have my head stuck up anywhere. I remember where I came from. I came from where they currently are. I told somebody, or she said, well, maybe they don't know how to change. And I said, yeah, you're probably right. Maybe they don't know how to change. But then I said, you know what? When you were a kid, you didn't know how to tie your shoe, but you learned along the way. You didn't know how to read a book, but you learned somehow. You was not born knowing how to drive a car, but you learned somehow. And now you are doing all those things. Maybe not all of them all together perfect. I'm not a perfect driver of a car, but I can drive one. I'm not a perfect reader, but I've always been a year or two above my reading level. That's my strong suit. I can read really good. I can tie my shoes. I fixed it where I don't even have to tie my shoes. You know what I'm saying? I learned tricks on how to keep my shoes tight without tying them in the bow. But I learned how to do it. So I don't want to hear no more excuses about, oh, well, you know what? You learned. You learned how to crawl. You learned how to walk after you crawled. Are you going to sit there and say everybody is stuck up because they learned something and they apply what they learned to their life? Don't do me like that. Don't do yourself like that. There's too many people that have succeeded because of disabilities. I don't want to hear that stuff. That's not what I'm about. That's not what this channel is about. That's not what anybody should be about. I don't want to hear no more excuses like that. And that was the main thing I wanted to really point out. Because they don't know. Okay, ignorance is bliss. It's 2019, y'all. We didn't sing too much as a nation to be talking about ignorance. We don't know. What about Google? What about YouTube? What about Facebook? You know, trust me. Everybody know how to be a millionaire. Everybody know how to lose weight. And if it was easy, everybody would have a six-pack and we would all be rich. So I don't want to hear it anymore. It's time to quit complaining and start gaining. Until next time, it's Willie. I'm out. Peace.